My bully growing up almost caused me to end my life. And on today's episode of Feel Better, Do Better, I'm going to expose him. All right, welcome back, everybody. I am so excited to be moving into this next section. Last week, I introduced you to this idea of self-expertise, how we are going to learn to grow a relationship with ourselves. But I want to start this section off by actually telling you why I think this is so important. And I'm going to do that through my story of the bully I had when I was a kid. Let's start all the way back in elementary school, right? I went to school with this person the entire time that I was in elementary school, and I didn't really think about them. I didn't really think about them other than just knowing that they were there. And when I got into 4th and 5th grade, the last couple of years of elementary school, I started to become aware of them because they started to make me feel kind of weird about myself through little things that they would say. When I went to middle school, that bully also went to middle school with me. And in middle school, that relationship changed pretty dramatically. Now, it started with like little comments, and I want to say little because they felt little to me in the moment. I didn't realize that lots of little things stacking on top of each other become something much bigger. And they would say little comments like, who cares? When I would share something, it's like, who cares, right? Doesn't seem like a big of a deal. Then it would be like, shut up, you're so dumb, you're so stupid, who cares? That's how it started. And then it started to turn a little bit meaner. It started to become like, why did you say that? Or no one's listening to you, or no one cares what you have to say. So let's jump forward to high school. Guess who went to the same high school as me? My bully. But when I got into high school, my relationship with this person changed dramatically. What started as little comments that made me kind of question myself turned into really mean statements that made me hate myself. They would say things like, no one cares about you, no one likes you, no one wants you here, why are you doing that? They made me really question who I was as a person. And if you hear that stuff over and over and over again, you're gonna start to believe it. And that's exactly what happened to me. I believed it. And by the time I was a junior in high school, I full on hated myself. But here's the deal. I had good friends. I had good grades. Most of my teachers liked me. I had a good relationship with most of my family. I didn't really have anything that made me feel bad about myself, but this relationship that I had with this person became so significant and it became such a big thing in my mind that it got me to hate myself. Now, I want to go a little bit further because this person happened to go to the same college as me. And at that point, I just straight up hated myself. I believed everything that they said to me. I was in this like battle all the time with this person and I could not get rid of it. It's like they would not ever let me feel good about myself or feel good about my life. And unfortunately, when you feel that way, like you don't like yourself, you don't like who you are, you don't feel like people care, right? Even if they're there. Because again, I want to remind you, I had friends and family that cared. I had resources, I had support, right? But this relationship got so bad that it got to the place where it's like, I don't want to be me anymore. Now, when I say that, you might think and recognize what the follow-up would be, what comes after thinking and feeling that I don't want to be me anymore. And unfortunately, that's where I got. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into what happened. One, because this is one of the main speeches that I give, and two, because I also don't want to talk about things that I can't process or unpack with you. I don't want you to get the wrong idea from what I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to give you a little bit of what happened. When I was a sophomore in college, that relationship had such a significant impact on the way I felt about myself that I got to the place where I didn't want to be alive anymore. And because of a situation, which I'm not going to go into detail about in this video, but because of a situation where I had to witness the aftermath of suicide, I realized suddenly that I needed to get help. I needed to do something differently because living this way was not going to work, but also taking my life was no longer an option. You've probably figured it out by now, and if you haven't, that's totally okay, because for some people, this is like a brand new concept, but that bully was not another person. That bully was me. I was very lucky. I had drama with kids when I was younger, drama with my friends, stuff like that. But I didn't have someone target me or bully me, which made me very lucky because that is something that a lot of people go through. However, I bullied myself. When I say that I went to school with this person and I had a relationship with this person, that's because we all do. We have relationships with ourselves, but often we don't recognize it. And here's the thing, the relationship with yourself is the one that has the biggest impact on you. And so if you have a negative relationship with yourself, even if everything else in your life is going right, it's still gonna hurt you. It's still gonna impact you negatively. I had everything on paper that says this guy is okay, but because it was just like a constant war in my head and in my heart's over here. I have two hearts is what I learned. Because I was like in a constant war with myself, the only way I saw was out. And thankfully I learned skills and I leaned on my community and I was able to turn my relationship around with myself. So this is the intro to the work, is recognizing that we have a relationship with ourselves. For some of us, it's a positive one. I view myself the way I would view someone else I loved. For some of us, it's very negative, meaning that we bully ourselves or we're very mean to ourselves. And then there's a lot of people who just don't even realize that they have a relationship with themselves. So in this section, I keep saying section because I don't know what to call it. In this part of the curriculum, we're gonna be learning how to build a positive relationship with ourselves. We're gonna learn to treat ourselves the best in our lives because the relationship you have with yourself is the one relationship that is promised to you always. So make sure you follow, subscribe, and stay tuned because we're gonna be jumping into this subject for a couple of months because this is a big one. This is the foundation of the work. Our relationships, our interests, our passions, our careers, the impact we have on people, all of that is affected by the way that we feel about ourselves. So we're gonna do that work together. Until our next video, my friends, I hope you feel better and I hope you do better, and I am always rooting for you.